in view. We want to talk, you've heard before, you're never too old. You're never too old to do this, you're never too old to do that. But really, did we get too old to do some things?
I don't think so.
You
I don't think so, Jackie. I remember Bush Sr.
I remember.
On his 70th, 75th, and 80th birthdays, skydiving. And I thought it was great. Yeah, there's a new book out, too, that's called Younger Next Year. And it really talks about if you really want to become and healthier, you watch what you eat, you exercise at least 6 days a week, and you commit and you connect with people. I mean, he talks about the psychological side of what we need as we get older. And I think we can do it. I think we can remain as young unless we have a physical ailment that takes us down.
I saw some statistics that said that our centenarian population has increased 65% over the last 30 years, that people are getting older. And the BBC just had a report of a little grandmama, 100 years old, who went up in a glider, and she wanted to go upside down. That's what she wanted to do for her birthday. I just love that.
I'm sorry, I just cannot say that.
Well, she did it.
Hey, listen, my daughter asked me what she said. Mama, how old is old? And I said, old.
Now that's a good question.
I said, old is as old does. You know, when we say pretty is as pretty does, I said, old is as old does. If you sit around on the sofa and you don't do anything, you become old. If you can, like the 101-year-old granny that's out there taking square dance lessons every single week. She's been in every square dance festival and has all the outfits. I said, Granny ain't sitting on a rocker.
No, she's not. No, and I don't want to be that person. I want to keep going. My mom, when she turned 65, she was like, I want to go ride on the back of a motorcycle past the Grand Canyon. And I think you do start thinking about stuff like that as we age and get older. We do create a bucket list, and that's not a bad thing.
Biologically, we want to feel good.
Yeah.
You know, we want to do
we do.
things
Of course we
and you know, pursue goals. And I like what you said, bucket list. Definitely, I think that is a great thing that a lot of people are embracing now.
Yeah.
You see it a lot on Facebook. You know, people are saying, you know, what's your bucket list? And
it doesn't have to be expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be just adventuresome, but it can even be changing the color of your hair. I mean, just doing something to make yourself feeling better. But it is about being active and eating well, and then you can really maintain your health if you care about it.
Yeah. Well, let me challenge you ladies.
Uh-oh.
With your bucket list.
Okay.
I'll start with mine.
Okay.
One of the things that I want to do, I would like to go to Europe. And I love castles. I would like to walk into a castle, and I would lay there on the floor and just look up at the ceiling and see the paintings and embrace everything. That's my bucket list.
Let me tell you what happens when I plan those trips like that. Are so awesome. We planned the trip to London a week before we went. Lady Diana got killed in a car crash. We planned a trip over to Italy. The Pope died.
Are you trying to ruin my bucket list?
We go every time something here. I'm telling you. So we just quit going. We quit.
You don't have to go so elaborate. I mean, it can be. I mean, I would love to do. My husband and I love to bike together, and I'd love to do a long trip with him. Even if we plan it out and we stop places along the way or whatever. I mean, just something simple. But whether it's a horseback riding trip, sometimes we'll camp. But we need to, you know, be.
You don't have dogs, do you?
Yes.
So what do you do with these dogs when you're on your bike trips and you're out there camping along the wayside?
We also have sons that look after dogs. My son has 4 dogs, and he lives not too far away.
I had a bucket list, and it was to go zip lining. And it was in Costa Rica, and it was like
have you done that
miles down, you know, and they got me all the way to the top, and I was all suited up, and I started crying, and I can't.
Oh my gosh! Hey, listen.
So my husband did it without me, and they had to send one of those air tram things up to get me.
Hey,
and that's okay.
When I came off that platform, when I came off the platform, you know, you've got to go from this tree to that tree, from this platform. I got halfway and stopped. Halfway, I'm hanging over the canyon. Wow. I couldn't even get up. They had to send someone down to pull me up to the thing. I'm telling you, I don't have. Maybe I don't need a bucket list.
Y'all tried.
I don't need one.
It's okay because you tried, and as long as you continue to keep, so don't stop trying.
Yeah,
that's my.
Young, you know,
it does.
And the Bible says our youth is renewed like the eagles, and that kind of stuff keeps you young. And we need our older generation. I know.
You're right about that.
Yeah, I mean, we need older people. We need the wisdom.
Yeah,
this is true.
There was an old lady. I read an article about this old lady that wanted to parachute, and you know what her husband said to her? He said, "Only birds and idiots fly out of the sky."
That wasn't very encouraging. You know, I think it's important that we're talking about stuff like this because every day 10,000 people turn 65 in the United States. 10,000. Yeah. And by, I think it's 2025, our population here in the United States, 30% will be over 60 years old. So plus we're living so much longer with science and everything, and all the technology and all the medicine that we're coming up with. We're living so much longer. We've got to maintain. What do you want your life to be in 20 years? I mean, I may not live another week, but I may live another 30 years.
And it's a cycle, and it feeds off each other because if you feel good, you feel like doing things.
Yes.
But you've got to do things to feel good.
Feeling good, yeah.
So. It all starts. You gotta feel good. I mean, or you're not gonna feel good. That's the key. You gotta feel good, or you're not gonna be doing anything.
Yeah.
You know, the longer
there's physical activity and mental activity, spiritual activity. You got to keep it all rolling.
You do.
You know, inertia. If not, you'll just fall backwards.
All right.
Well, you know, the longer we live, you know, the more sadness as well as joys we're going to experience
You're
in life.
Right.
You know,
More stress.
So it is important, you know, as you get older, to stay active. You know, whether it's a walk in a park or going to a rec center. I know a lot of seniors are now going to rec centers and daycares. You know, where they're doing physical activity.
And connect with people.
Yeah.
It reduces stress.
Yeah, it does.
You know,
I think it
expand
does.
your connection. When I had my kids, my circle was a little tighter and a little smaller. But
Oh, you didn't have time for friends, honey.
I didn't. Well, I had time for a few friends, but not like I do today.
Okay.
You know, I'm thankful for you girlfriends. You know?
Yes.
You know what? Let me tell you how I know I'm getting older, because I used to love roller coasters.
Oh, yeah.
And about 5 years.
How old are you now? 30?
Yeah. Little under.
28. Okay.
Well, I went to a theme park with my children, you know, and me and my husband had a camp that we took, and I got on a roller coaster, and I thought it was going to kill me.
Yeah.
Really, after I got off that roller coaster, my husband had to take me to the nurse's station. It took me an hour to recover, and then it really took me the next day to recover.
Oh my God.
And, you know, I did it again.
That's not going to be on your bucket
Listen,
list.
the next year I went back, and I thought I just downgraded a little bit. So I got on a kiddie ride, you know, with the little helicopter, and it blew my mind. I said, you know what? It's over.
I agree. It does slow down, because I got on one of those slides at a water park. My son talked to me into this about 10 years ago, where you just slide down, no tube, you know, no nothing, and I lost my breath right at the top.
Oh my goodness.
And it wasn't until I came out of that water and I said, okay, never again. But I used to do all
we gotta
that
go
stuff.
to break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.